Hello guys, had a shave this morning, looking fresh. I'm going to be on the Honest Drink podcast this afternoon, so I'm filming with those guys. They've got a decent little, what's that? Random stuff sometimes in China. What's going on here? Yeah, menu. Hui Shou. Gonna recycle all this stuff behind me. I'm gonna be on the Honest Drink podcast today. So I'm filming. I've seen a few of their episodes. It's actually a really good podcast. It's very kind of Joe Rogan-esque. Maybe opening up more of my life that I hadn't really discussed online before. We'll see. So I'll be appearing on that. I'm not sure when that's gonna get posted, but I'll let you guys know. And I had some questions recently about setting up a business, whether it be in the UK, China, or anywhere in the world. So, I mean, my first bit of advice with setting up a business is just do it. I know it's a Nike, just do it. I know it's a bit of cliche, but that's honestly the best way to get anything done, whether it be going to the gym, learning a language, starting a business. Like, you just start by doing. You don't, I'm going to research into doing it first. I think that's absolute nonsense. I think you just start doing it. Whatever your skills are and your network is, whatever you're good at, whatever you'd like to do, create a business out of that. And I know that seems a bit pastiche, a bit blasé, a bit all over the place, but I'll give you a great example. So most people, you know people, right? You have a network of some sort. You've got friends, you've got business contacts. Think about how you can utilize that network first and then grow from there. That's interesting. Guy I'm always like, wow, how do these guys just sleep like that on their bikes like that? I had a few messages. One guy messaged me asking about, I'm doing business in Chinese and what can I do with that? Well, for business in China right now, let's use China as the example. Firstly, you got to think about the location. What do you want to target? What do you want to do? When starting a business, you got to have a vision. I know I don't want to sound too like Tony Robbins nonsense, but what I would start with is what could you do right now from your current network or whatever it is. So I'll give you an example. With me, I had this massive network of people that I'd grown from the years of working in different positions, and which I could then sell services to. Services are always an easy one, particularly if it's a remote service that you can provide value, whether it be. I mean, something that I think is a really easy win, the easiest business to do right now in the world, because we all know people, hopefully, or if you don't know people, start building your network. LinkedIn is the way to go. It's quite might be an interesting thumbnail. Starting a business in China. A really easy win right now is just connecting people. And taking, a service fee or taking commission off the back of that. So working as the kind of boots on the ground with your network. So if you're able, for example, with me, if you were able to introduce some companies that then buy my services, I'm going to provide a commission for that. And that's how I kind of built things with my clients, is you provide value really, really quickly up front. If they're looking for marketing services, or they're looking for translation, or they're looking for social media, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for personally. I'm looking for companies that are bullish on China, that want to set up here in China, set up the digital channels. I don't want to deal with companies that are not interested in China. That makes no sense. So with starting a business, first it comes down to starting it. I mean, there has to be some planning involved, but the easiest way is to start also posting about it as well. So you need to be sharing what you're doing, whether whether it be LinkedIn. Or LinkedIn is such an invaluable tool. A lot of people don't realize how pivotal it's been in my business, because people see it's a more professional audience. People see what you're doing. I've had people say they want to get experience. Yeah, I mean, I offer internships with my company. I mean, in the beginning, I have an unpaid internship, but then it could turn into paid, or I've actually hired interns that have ended up working for me on a part-time, full-time basis before. So that would be the easiest win. I think the easiest way to start a business is if you pitch to someone, right, I'm going to work for you for a couple of weeks or a month, and I'm going to give you all this value. And then this is if you're starting a business. If you already have a business like me, I'm pretty well established. Well, I'm not well established, but I'm getting there, right? As far as getting myself out there and being established, is you have to provide value up front. It can't happen like 3-4 months down the line. It's got to happen pretty immediately. With sales, if you're not able to sell something within the first few weeks or month, it's a red flag. Like, you should be, and if you're having a particularly bad week or bad month, the best way to deal with it is you contact more people. You can't rely on stuff happening. I mean, recently, actually this morning, one of the schools that I've been speaking to for 4 or 5 months, they finally came back to me today and said, yeah, Daniel, we're going to go for it. So sometimes these things take time. So I think everybody wants that magic pill, that magic formula of like starting a business nowadays. And it's like, most people want the advice, but they're not actually doing it. So that would be my best advice, is firstly start, by pitching yourself. You are the face of that company. You're able to provide value, whatever it is. I mean, guys, share your comments below. What kind of businesses are you guys doing? I'm never going to steal an idea, by the way. A lot of people are a bit secretive, their business. I'm not going to share with you. It's like, no. Share with as many people what you're going to do. My friend who came on the podcast recently, Alicia Lee Asp, she said, when you share an idea about your business, the best thing is to make sure that it's so far along that if people do copy the idea, you're way ahead. Like, if there's a pot of gold and it's 100 meters in front and you're 10 meters away from it, tell the people when they're 90 meters away from it. That's the best way to do it. But I think that's what a lot of people are doing nowadays. They're thinking about a business. If I thought about doing a social media business in China, where I work with brands and I help companies and I support them here digitally, setting up and managing all their social media, if I thought about doing it, it would never happen. But if I just do it, learn by doing, it's the same with these vlogs. I am still finding my footing. I'm just over, am I 64 days in? 64 days. I've been doing this consistently. And this is the other thing, is you've got to do it consistently. Having your own business as well, it's not a 9-to-5 job. I mean, last night my client sent me something at 11 o'clock and I had to be ready. Had to be just bang, send it off, or I dealt with it this morning. So with starting a business, everyone is different, but firstly it comes down to what do you want to do with a business. But if you don't have an idea but you want to do business, the easiest win is to honestly start with your network and sell some sort of service that they're looking for. My network was very China heavy. It's Western companies that want to set up here in China digitally. They don't know how to do it, or they don't have the expertise. I live and breathe this industry because I am a KOL here in China as well. KOL inverted commas. I don't like to call myself an influencer. Influencers have millions and millions of fans. I've only got a few 100,000 here in China, but I live and breathe this industry. So they're more likely to trust me than some digital marketing agency that thinks they know it, and they're probably buying bots and it's all fake data anyway. So, and you've got to be a yes person with a business. I think you've got to just say yes in the beginning to everything and then worry about the execution kind of later, because you're going to make it happen. Whatever the business is, whatever you're assigned to do, you're going to make it happen. You're going to make sure you work your ass off to get it done. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's answering your question regarding, I've had a lot of messages about setting up a business in China, and it's like, well, first thing is you have to be here. That's the first thing. If you can't be here, work with me, contact me. And I would say when you're asking for advice from people, the easiest way to do it, and this is what this guy did quite nicely. The guy he dropped a comment in my video and he said, look, Daniel, I've seen your podcast, I've seen your vlogs. Straight away, when someone says something like that to me, I'm like, well, I'm more likely to talk to them. If they just ask me a question, no, that's not going to work. I want to know that someone's invested in me and the time and the effort that I've put into all this content. If you're just messaging me with, Daniel, a question, it's like, well, but if you message me and say, look, Daniel, really love your stuff. I've actually seen your podcast in full. I've actually seen the vlogs in full. Then I'm more likely to contact you. I mean, right now, there's a lot of guys, particularly India, Pakistan, that are just trying to sell me SEO stuff, right? So they got their businesses. They may be good at SEO. I don't know. But from my experience, those kind of people that do those kind of, and it's not a race thing, it's just that kind of approach to me where they're saying, a lot of them have the worst kind of approach. They'll say to me, SEO guy from around the world, they'll say, right, this is what is wrong with your podcast. I can help you get views. Or this is what, you're not getting many views on your vlog. I can get you more. It's like, that is the worst approach you can have. If you approach me and criticize what I do, nah, that's not going to help. The best way to approach someone when you're doing business is you say, look, I've seen your stuff, and actually look at their stuff. Don't just lie and say, yeah, I've seen it. Because I'll know if someone's seen it. Like, I test them sometimes. I'll say, okay, which episode did you watch? I watched the one about China. Well, they're all about China, right? So, when it comes to doing business with someone like me, and it works with anyone in the world, is have a look at what they're doing and invest some time to look at their videos, look at their LinkedIn, look at their posts. Hey, Daniel, I recently saw you posted about this. I found it really interesting because, don't just say I saw it, say what you found interesting about it, because. So I think that's the best way to go about doing business. But again, setting up a business is, my best advice is do it first. Just do it. You'll learn the mistakes. There's a lot of mistakes I've learned over the last year that I would have done differently. In hindsight, probably a year ago, I would have been using a lot more AI. A lot of stuff I did in the beginning was very manual, and now it's all AI. AI is one. You gotta adopt some sort of AI into your business nowadays. If you don't, then you are going to get left behind, I feel. So, I mean, everybody wants that magic formula of what to do. I mean, the magic formula right now for anyone is your boots on the ground, representative. You can deliver value straight away. You're able to get in calls and speak to people and deliver value very, very quickly. Deliver that ROI. That is my best advice. So, waving. There's a lady who I get food from, so she's waving at me. And you've got to work harder than ever before. I think that's the other thing. Everybody wants that easy life nowadays. there's no such thing. As Alex Hormozi says, like, the goal is working hard. It's not $1 million, right? $1 million is pretty simple to get if you just work hard enough. But everybody wants that magic formula, and it's like, it comes down to hard work. I've just employed these 2 interns recently, and last week was a very full-on week. Lots of translations, lots of project work, English to Chinese. And these ladies, they worked like troopers. They said yes to everything. They worked their butts off. This might be one. Might be a thumbnail, we'll see. What else did they do? Yeah, they were busy as well, but they still managed to get the work done. They cross-checked everything. They didn't rely too much on AI, actually. They actually did a little bit of manual work as well. So they used a little, kind of combinations of both. But they delivered. And when I said to them, hey, get this to me before 12, they got it to me by 11:30. That's building a business. That's growing, is delivering something not on time. And the ladies that are working for me right now, yeah, it's early days. We're only a week in. But if you're able to maintain that for a couple of months, you will deliver value for a company. It's only a matter of time. So for all those out there who message me, I'm not sure if that does answer your question, but be specific with your questioning as well. It's like, Daniel, I'm thinking about doing a business, doing this. This is exactly what I'm going to do. Share below in the comments. Like, maybe other people will benefit from comments and questions from you guys. Message me directly. I think that's the big thing, is like, if you want to find me, I'm all over social media. You can always message me directly. I've got an Instagram, I've got LinkedIn. Ni hao mei nu. I've got I get a lot of ladies looking at me. They think so in China they always think I'm doing a live stream. I'm not doing a live stream. I'm doing a video, which is live, but I don't edit it. So that's the Jayo menu. So it's a bit heavy on the bike. So ni hao. So see, people are friendly here. Come to China. You want to set up a business? Come to China. Honestly, for setting up a business right now, China is the place to be, I would say. Ni hao. 你的作业你写好了吗? I said, have you done your homework? No. So, yeah, I mean, that's the easiest win right now is, setting up a business. You're starting from 0, right? So how do you get to 1 quicker? The best way is to find a company that is already... 你好，帅哥. It looks like I know all these people, but they're people I see every day. We don't have anything beyond a hello conversation. Is to see what someone's doing right now in their business and see where you can provide value. That is the best. If you're able to go to a company that is selling marketing services or selling legal services or professional services, B2B is always a winner, because B2C, there's more expectations on sales, right? But with B2B, 我拍视频, they're laughing there. 你好，别皱眉. Whoa. So the best way is, lady just nearly rode into me. The best way is honestly, setting up a business is to provide value for someone that already has a business and seeing what you can do for them. Can you connect them with your network and easily get deals going quickly? That doesn't sound too vague, what I've just said, because there's a lot of companies looking for new leads and looking for new clients, and they'll be able to tap into your network. So yeah, have a contract, have your own company set up, do your invoicing, accountancy, all that stuff. Social media is a winner right now. If you're able to just post videos and start from today, start getting your face out there, if you're someone that's not comfortable with getting your face out there, I think that's becoming more and more difficult nowadays. You kind of have to post, I feel. 20 years ago, 10 years ago, you could get away with just putting something on Facebook. But nowadays, you've got to be that face. You've got to be that authority, that one speaking in front of the camera. So start just making videos. Start small. Seeing what value you can provide. But yeah, I think, and for me, it's a good screening process. Like, if someone approaches me and wants something from me, they have to have invested in something I've done already, usually, or they have to have supported me, because I'm going to support them. It's a two-way street. I've got friends and people in my network say, hey Daniel, can you plug this event? And I do, because they've done it for me in the past. So, and it's the same with these vlogs, guys, right? Tell your friends about it, plug it, send it to people. Don't just watch and think, oh, that was nice. Think about how it can impact your life as well. Hope that's useful. If you've got any comments, message me below. It's going to be a very packed weekend. I still haven't filmed my funny British video. I may film something, I may not. I'm going to decide. My videographer's currently working on the podcast, so we're going to get that up tomorrow night. The Panda Profits podcast. Check it out on YouTube. On the old YouTube and the old Spotify. And let me know what you guys think of these vlogs, the podcast. Are you enjoying them? Are you finding them useful? Not useful? Praise, criticize. Lots happening here in China right now, guys. A lot of opportunities, and it's just a case of grabbing life by the horns and making the most of it and moving quickly. That's the big one. So appreciate your time, guys. Take care. Have a fantastic weekend. Jiao. And I'll see you in the next one. 再见. Bye bye.